Good morning. I'm O.C. Organ and I'm a submariner in the Royal Navy. I apologise for not being able to be with you in person today. However, I'd like to talk to you for a couple of minutes about remembrance, why it's important, and then revisit it from a submariner's perspective. But first, an introduction. I left QEH in the summer of 2011. I had a peculiar few years, not achieving a lot, and then joined the Royal Navy at the start of 2016 as a supply chain rating. I had no interest in being a submariner until it was pointed out to me that they pay me more, and I jumped at the opportunity. In all honesty, I haven't looked back. After about a year of training, I joined HMS Vengeance in Faslane in Scotland. I spent 3 years with her, deploying on 2 CASD patrols, delivering the UK's nuclear deterrent. At the start of the pandemic, I was moved to Northwood, London, to assist Strategic Command in moving communications equipment into various theatres around the world. From there, I was selected to undergo officer training, which is what I'm doing right now, with a view to return to submarines as a logistics officer. Now, Remembrance. It's a hugely important day. The first Remembrance Day was 102 years ago today, in 1919, and was arranged in order that those who gave their lives in World War I would never be forgotten. As time has marched on, there is nobody alive today who can remember World War I. The best that we can do is educate ourselves about that conflict and try to understand the sheer horror. Even though we can no longer remember firsthand, it is entirely correct that we mark this day to show gratitude. The modern Remembrance Day allows us to show respect for more recent loss, as well as marking the sacrifices of World War I. I often marvel at how little the average British citizen knows about what our modern military is up to. This is a fantastic thing. Unless you live near a base of some description, it's very rare that you will even see a person in uniform. A nation whose citizens are constantly worrying about where its military are deployed and what it's doing is a nation which isn't making its citizens feel safe and secure. It is important to remember that this safety and security, which we enjoy so much in the UK, does not come without sacrifice. Furthermore, sacrifice doesn't always look like it did in World War I. So far, I've talked about remembrance from a very British perspective. I'm now going to discuss the submariner's perspective. The submarine service was established in 1901. There's no real excuse then for the organisers of the first Remembrance Day in 1919 to forget to invite any representatives from the submarine service to the remembrance event at the Cenotaph. However, this is exactly what happened, so in true egotistical submariner fashion, we decided to hold our own remembrance service the weekend before the proper one. This tradition continues today. At the time of recording, I plan on attending the Submariner's Remembrance Service in London tomorrow. Prince William attends most years. He wears his dolphins, which is the sign of a qualified submariner, and we all drink from hip flasks and share stories with each other. Now, I'm sure this point won't be lost on any of you, but submariners face a very different peril to any other service person, a peril that we only share with other submariners internationally. To that end, every submariner in the world shares solidarity with every other. During my time in the Royal Navy, 2 submarines have been lost at sea, the Argentinian Ara San Juan and the Indonesian KRI Nanggala. This Remembrance Day, not only will I be representing my gratitude of loss and sacrifice through history, not only will I be remembering friends of mine who've lost their lives as a result of service, I will also be spending a moment thinking of those submariners of the Ara San Juan and the KRI Nanggala who, as we say in a submarine service, have sailed on eternal patrol and sending a prayer for their families. Thank you for your time.